Offensive tackle Chad Clifton was a second-round draft pick in 2000 who combined with Mark Tauscher, Marco Rivera, Mike Wall, Frank Winters, and later Mike Flanagan to form one of the greatest power lines in Green Bay Packers history.
We really were. We had a great running game with Amon Green, and all the guys you just mentioned played a big role in the success we had in those early 2000s.
That offensive line unit, though, I mean, you guys get really close, don't you, year to year as you go along?
We absolutely do. It's a very close-knit unit. You have to be. You have to. The camaraderie has to be there for on the field success and off the field. And so you become really good friends, basically like brothers, and it's a good deal.
Well, tell me about the gunslinger. What was it like to play with and block for Brett Favre?
Well, Brett, as everyone knows, phenomenal Hall of Fame quarterback. He is kind of what you think he would be like. He is just a guy from Southern Mississippi, and he's going to lay it all on the line each game, every play. And it was a lot of fun playing with Brett. I mean, I always said he was kind of like a linebacker playing quarterback. You know, he was just a lot of fun to be around, and a heck of a football player.
Now, did he go to some of your Thursday night dinners with you guys or not?
I think I did one dinner. I think we did one dinner with Brett my whole time here. So when work was over, it was kind of over for him. He went to the house and did his deal, but you know, it was still a lot of fun to play with him.
A 2002 battle in Tampa is remembered today for an infamous incident involving Chad Clifton and Hall of Fame defensive lineman Warren Sapp. Cliffy was savagely cheap-shotted by Sapp following a Brett Favre interception. The injuries he suffered from that hit took him out for the rest of the season. And some 2 decades later, that kind of unnecessary hit is no longer allowed in the NFL.
Well, I think it's at that point in time, plays like that just happened. You know, I think the defense was even taught, you know, if it's an interception, hey, look to clean somebody up. You know, some good things came from that where the rules been changed. No just kind of egregious hits like that away from the play. But yeah, it was a tough deal. It was a tough rehab to come back from, but I came back stronger than ever. And the following season, which would have been the 04 season or 03 season, I think I had my best year as a Packer.
I remember a game, though, following that, a year or two later, when you guys went down there to Tampa, and it's a tight ball game, as it always seemed to be.
Right.
And you guys got the ball late in the game, 5 minutes or so to go, and just drove it. Ran every play and just drove it down their throat. It was one of the great offensive line displays I've ever seen. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, just going back to the Frank Winters and the Marco Riveras and Mark Tauschers and Amon Green. You know, with that line, it was a badge of honor to be able to run the ball, well, and kind of seal, you know, kind of put the game away. And with Amon running as the running back, we were able to do that quite a bit.
Late in his career, Cliffy was part of a memorable Super Bowl run in 2010.
Well, we had a lot of injuries that year. We did, and I think the guys just stepped up, and it's kind of the next man up mentality. Guys perfected that. They really did. They knew it was their turn, and they came in and they played well. There towards the end of the season, we had to win our last 2 games to get in, and that gave us 10 wins. And you know, once we got into the playoffs, we were just kind of hitting on all cylinders. We were playing our best football at that point. And we were able to get into the Super Bowl, and we just felt like we were not going to be denied. You know, Aaron was starting to come into his own and just become that quarterback that we all know today.
You know, you played with 2 great ones here. Your career spanned Favre to Rodgers. Tell me about the 2.
Sure did. I mean, and you can even go back to my college. I had Peyton in college and T. Martin. We won a national championship with him, and then Brett, and then Aaron. So I've been fortunate and really lucky to have the quarterback talent that I've had throughout my career. You know, the difference in Brett and Aaron. Brett is more of a, you know, he's the gunslinger. He's going to go for it all. Aaron, you know, Brett would, he didn't want to get hit, so he would throw the ball. He'd get rid of it quickly, which made offensive lineman's job a lot easier. Aaron didn't want to throw the interception, so he was going to hang on to the ball a little bit longer. But both phenomenal quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and just could not be more fortunate to play with those guys.
The two-time Pro Bowler played 12 years with the Packers, starting 160 of 165 regular season games and another 13 in the postseason.
I just couldn't ask for a better organization or a better town, community to have spent my NFL career, to raise a family. Both my boys were born in Green Bay. Just looking back on my career, it's made a lot of close friends that are still really good friends today.